Haim, we had a week off last week. You and I both went to the States. You were in New York and I was in Los Angeles. And just had a cracking run of spotting celebrities. And wasn't on a tour bus. I didn't go on one.
Well done. Didn't seek them out.
Didn't seek them out.
They came to you.
No, I'm not sure.
You just covered yourself in Snickers and bacon and they sniffed you out.
No, it was, I think just luck, obviously.
Sure. I'm sorry. I actually got it. I did all right.
Who'd you get?
Walking through Times Square, naked cowboy. I know he works there and he plays the guitar and he wears his undies and a hat and his American boots. He's been in a good paddock, the nude cowboy.
The nude cowboy.
You and I mean, we were in America a couple of years ago doing a TV show, but that was 5-6 years ago. Yeah. 5 years ago.
Yeah, 2000.
And I remember him as being somewhat of a male stripper.
Yep.
Like he had quite a buff bod.
Yeah. You're talking about a busker. I'm talking about real celebrities.
Mate, he's been on Oprah.
Okay, yeah, but it's the equivalent of me going down to, say, the Hollywood Walk of the Stars and just going, I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger or a guy that looked like him dressed up as a Terminator.
Oh, cool. What was he like? See, I'm interested. And that's how you do conversations. No, I didn't actually catch up with the cowboy. I just noticed he'd put on some meat around his flanks.
I saw 7 celebs.
Andy Lee does know he's celebs.
None at the same time. So these are all separate.
They weren't a gang.
Yeah, there wasn't a gang. I didn't just walk into a party of 7.
Didn't go to a basketball game.
No. So here, I'm going to tell you the ones I'm not putting in the game. But
what's the game?
What I'd like to do is play a game of Who Am I? Who was I seeing at the time?
You're good.
And it's you versus the listener.
Yeah, right, okay.
And I've structured questions like a Who Am I?
And so I'll have to have some celebrity knowledge.
Yep, people will be playing for a 6-inch slight beveled Hamish Andy branded ruler.
We're giving away merch for this?
Yes.
Jeez, that happened
and
without my consultation. Approved.
I think we've got enough.
No, approved. We'll dig around, see if we can find some rulers.
And so I will basically structure as a Who Am I question, and whoever can jump in, and then I'll tell you where I saw them after it.
No, so we need people to play?
Need people to play. You can call in 13 10 60, but hey,
only call in if you have good celebrity knowledge and you have a need for some straight lines. You do a lot of tables, graphs, margins, underlining.
These are the people I'm not using.
Okay, so this will give us the quality of the baseline. So the celebs that you are using are better than this.
Yeah, I saw Noel Fielding.
Cool.
From the Mighty Boosh.
Yeah,
so that's
niche.
That's niche, but saw the bad guy from Deadpool.
Cool.
He's also Dario in Game of Thrones.
I thought he might be.
You know Game of Thrones, but we're just moving up here.
I don't know who Dario is in Game of Thrones. Who's Dario?
He's the one that Khaleesi falls in love with.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually switched. They switched characters. Remember suddenly?
That's he's leapt through the window.
Yeah,
window sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Sorry, I was thinking when you said it, all I could think was Wario from Mario Kart. The yellow
what about
wizard.
This one then, John Cryer.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Charlie Sheen's brother, like the other main guy in 2.5 Men.
Where'd you see him?
Just in a park with his kids.
Sure it was him?
Yeah, it was him. He's
a pretty normal-looking guy.
Yeah, he's got a beard now. He's a bit balding.
Yeah, are you sure it was him?
It was definitely him.
Yeah. And he's half Asian now. But it's him.
Anyway, these are the ones I'm not using. The ones
I hope not.
The one they're heaps better than that. And although John Cryer's, he's big biscuits.
Oh, he's huge biscuits if it was him.
It's definitely him.
He's the full salada. He's king size.
It's definitely him. Anyway, after this, you're playing off against our listeners.
Yeah, okay.
In a game of Who Am I to see whether you win the slight beveled 6-inch ruler or they do.
I don't think I'm going to throw this either, guys, if you're listening, people that are calling in, because I'm happy to retain that merch.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll tell you where I saw him.
I can't wait.
It's Hamish Andy. Ham, as I mentioned, you and I both went across to the States just on our break last week, and just so happened I saw a lot of celebs.
You're in LA. You got an absolute celebs dozen.
Yeah.
Half dozen. 6, 7.
But, Ham, I wanted to turn this to a game today, so it's going to be a game. People will be calling in 13 10 60 for their chance to win the 16-inch slight beveled Hamish Andy branded ruler.
It's what you want. It's the ruler you want. Heading into winter, you're probably making up a bunch of shopping lists, to buy warm socks, jacket, coat, beanie. You're going to need a ruler to make that shopping list, and the Hamish Andy slight bevel 6-inch ruler is the ruler you are after. But what lies in the way, Ando, is trying to beat me at a game of Guess Who Andy was seeing.
Essentially that. Let's get into it. Yeah. Who am I seeing? Last week.
Okay.
Is what we're playing.
Bearing in mind,
Liz is up first.
It's better than a possible John Cryer. Ahoy, Liz.
Ahoy, Liz.
Ahoy, boys.
The way this will work, we'll favourite to the listeners, the people show, we love the people ham, is after every clue, The person gets a guess, then you get a guess.
I'm roving the pack.
Yep. If you're wrong, doesn't matter, unless Haim gets the steal.
Okay.
So here is the first celebrity. My time in the sun has been.
Jeez, that's all of LA.
But I was great family viewing in the 90s.
Yep.
Have a guess, Liz.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm guessing it's older person.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I was born in the 90s, so this might not
for you.
be good for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. Not bad. Wasn't him.
Slightly offensive, Liz. Mr. Cooper from Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Who's more famous than John Cryer now?
Yeah. However, I don't think his time has been. So a fake guess.
This is true. Okay.
Go.
The next thing is an audio clue.
Cool.
When I was on set, I'd hear this.
Oh, God. Give it to me.
Oh, Tim Allen.
She's got it!
Saw Tim Allen.
Saw Tim Allen.
What was he doing?
He was walking along with his kid who I think they were going to a birthday party. They were holding a present.
Very good.
In a suburban street.
Coming from the Oscars, and that was the gift bag. All right, great. Well done.
Okay.
Great celeb spot, Ando.
Okay, Ben's up. Liz has got herself a ruler. Ben, welcome to the Who Am I Seeing?
How are we, gentlemen?
We're very good, Ben. Here we go. Good luck getting that ruler.
Who am I seeing? My time in the sun has been... but
You're obviously not hanging out in the cool part of LA.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Pretty good family viewing in the late 90s.
You've just written one set of clues and adapted the... All right, Ben, there you go. Very similar to last time, but blonde hair and pretty good family viewing. So not a show as good as Home Improvement.
Yep.
Oh, geez, that could be a number of people. I'm going to go out on a limb. Ellen DeGeneres.
Ooh,
jeez. The time in the sun, though, is happening, though,
exactly.
you'd say, with the biggest show in the world. Blonde hair, pretty good family viewing. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Also from Home Improvement.
Yeah, dusty brown hair as well. Okay.
I think he had tips for one season.
All right, second clue. I am a poster boy for comedians dating girls out of their league.
Well, it's not me.
Andy did not see you, Ben.
Ben?
Oh, I know who it is. I got it. Blake's in.
I've got no idea.
Okay.
Ben, nothing breaks my heart more than to steal a ruler from one of the people, but I'd say it's Mr. David Spade.
Yes, I make terrible films with Adam Sandler. was the third clue.
That could also be a few people.
Yes, David Spade. Saw him in an Irish pub watching the basketball.
The best place to watch the basketball when you're in Los Angeles.
Final one, Amy joins
Sorry,
us.
Ben.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Amy. This is great. We're just reliving Andy's week of celeb spotting in LA. I did notice he brought his autographed teddy bear back completely full.
Okay, here we go. I have a boy's name, but I am a girl.
Blake Lively.
Jeez.
Oh, gee, that's good, but no.
Boy's name, but I'm a girl. Steve Alcock.
It's not Steve Alcock.
She's more of a theatre.
I like and I'm into heavily tattooed men at the moment.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Andy saying this for real.
Yeah.
Who's got a boy's name, Amy, and's into heavily tattooed men at the moment?
I have no idea.
Haim?
Gordo.
No.
Ralph. Oh, hang on, I haven't even...
It's not Gordo. All right. I'm very attractive. Sometimes my blonde hair sticks straight up in films.
Is it Cameron Diaz?
Yes!
Very good. Well done, Amy.
Yourself a 6-inch slight beveled Hamish Andy branded ruler.
Oh, perfect beauty.
Are you at uni, are you, Amy?
I am, yeah.
Do a lot of ruling?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, I assume uni hasn't changed since we're there. Is there still 10 minutes at the start of class where everyone rules up their page?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, that was the best fun back at uni.
Saw her at a cafe. She was just having a sandwich.
Are you sure it was her, though?
It was definitely her.
Because you
mate.
weren't sure about John Cryer.
I was positive.
Who's
that-
this tattooed man that she's with?
She's married to Benji Madden now.
Yeah,
Has a kid,
who
I
will
think.
be at the Logie Spit Roast party, and we'll ask him about it extensively.
Hamish Andy. 13-10-60 is the number, everybody. If you chance to play same game I played last time when I was on break and ended up in the States. Remember I came back.
Are we doing this again?
Remember I saw
Yeah.
a bunch of celebrities
who
in the
were
wild.
they again?
Didn't go on a. I was John Cryer.
John Cryer and
David Spade.
they were the biggies, weren't they? You see the kid from 2.5 Men as well?
No.
Or am I just remembering John
No,
Cryer?
just John Cryer.
John Cryer from 2.5
Yeah,
Men.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't come back with a huge catch.
No, didn't go on.
If you'd been fishing and we were all eagerly waiting back at the village and you turned up with that as your haul of
Cryer and
celebs,
Dave Spade,
we
yeah.
would starve through the winter. However,
But
you've been back to Los Angeles. You've
Yes.
seen celebs again.
didn't go on a star tour. These are just in the wild.
Oh, goodness me. The skill. Too easy. Shitting fish in a barrel on a
So-
star tour because you always go to their real houses and they're always out the front mowing the lawn.
So the way this game works is 13-10-60. I put it into a who am I.
Yep,
So I give some clues.
that's right.
The listener gets first crack at it, Ham.
Yep.
Then you get the opportunity to steal.
I've got a chance for the steal, don't
and they
I?
play for 6-inch slight beveled Hamish and Andy branded rulers.
Now, that is worth calling up
yeah.
for.
But you'll find out who my haul was.
God,
This time.
minutes away. I'm going to limber up. Here's a bit of behind the scenes. Just then during the break, you said to Jack, "Hey, get some sound effects ready. Get some, get some correct dings and buzzers for incorrect already." Jack said, "How many are we doing?" And you said, "I think why don't we do 3 of the 6 I saw?"
Yep.
So can we have one of the names that you threw back that you deem not good enough for this segment?
I've left off Liv Shriver.
Jeez, okay. You'd have to. I mean, he's great.
He's amazing.
He's terrific. But I mean,
Probably married to Naomi Watts, Ray Donovan,
don't get me wrong.
Wolverine,
If you don't watch,
Defiance.
if you haven't seen those films, though, it might take you a second to pick Liev Schreiber.
That's why I've left him off. Okay.
Comments.
The way this works, though, we turn into a Who Am I game. Jack, launch into it because Sharon's about to take on Hamish. Sharon gets first guess.
Good luck,
It's,
Sharon.
Who did I see?
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy to you,
Ahoy,
Sharon.
Sharon.
And it starts like this. Who did I see? It's a person that likes getting hit in the balls.
Okay. Not Liev Schreiber, we know that.
Sharon, if Liv Schreiber
Famously-
was your guess.
Famously hates being hit in the balls.
Sharon,
I do not know anyone that enjoys that.
Hamish, chance for the steal.
First thing that comes to head is like a Johnny Knoxville.
He's got it.
Blakey, do I or do I
No
not know the
slight-
celebs that like Naka impact?
No slight beveled 6-inch ruler for you, Sharon. But hey, congratulations. Yes, Johnny Knoxville. He was at a table at a cafe I was at.
Yep.
And he was definitely trying to convince 2 producers that he was the right man for a role.
Interesting.
And they were saying, I think you're a bit old now. And he was saying, I can play younger.
Hit me in the balls. I'll let you. Did you walk over to him and say, "Hey, Johnny, remember being on our show for 10 minutes and catch up over lots of laughs and shared memories?"
I let that one slide. Let's go on to the next contestant, Angus. Angus, how are you, bud?
Ahoy, hoy, boys. Very good.
Ahoy,
Good,
ahoy,
good.
Angus, to you. Good luck. You've seen the form I'm in. I'm on fire.
Who did I see? I'm older now. The guy that I saw, he's older now. But back in the day,
Very confusing tense change. Sorry, Angus, if that threw you, but Andy slipped into character. Who did I possess?
he's older now, but back in the day, he could really dance. Movie star, could dance.
Oh, movie star that could dance. Well, if he's dancing with words, it's Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, no.
Dancing with words. Is that
Oh,
very
Hey.
bold for you to interpret Andy's literal clue as a poetic, cryptic one? All right. God, dancing with the facts, you mean he's a liar. No, you mean physically dancing.
He dances. He
Okay.
dances to music.
Jeez, picked a dancer. One of my least favourite categories. I mean, at least knowledgeable categories. Fred Astaire. Is he alive?
no. Okay, back to you, Angus.
yeah,
Summer,
more dancers.
Summer Loving had him a blast.
I mean, that's a biggie.
Are we going for John Travolta?
You are, and you got it. Yes.
Well done, Angus.
6-inch slight beveled Hamish Andy Brown ruler coming your way. I saw him coming out of a building, and he actually looked across at me. and waved and with a high eyebrow.
No chance.
And we've never met him.
He thought you were Jason Bigg. It's happened again.
So he was getting into a very, very impressive Mercedes all-black convertible. And
He's John Travolta. He has a plane.
Yeah.
He has a plane at his house.
Considered asking for a lift because I was waiting for a Prius Uber, but he sped off on me.
What did his hair look like?
For even, I was probably a metre back from him, probably 2 metres from him. It looked fake. It looked troubled.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as did most of his face.
Good insight. Coming on the show next week.
Damn it.
Bring up your feedback.
Mel, final contestant.
To clarify,
how are you, Mel?
Good. How are you?
Ahoy, Mel. Sorry, I just need to quickly clarify. To my knowledge, John Travolta is not coming on the show next week.
I'm very good, Mel, and a big fan of John Travolta. But that's not the person. Okay, who did I see last week? He was part of the biggest, or one of the biggest, teen dramas of the 90s.
Okay. Mel.
I'm going to say Luke Perry.
Ooh, close, but not it, Ham.
Of the 90s. I'm going to say, for some reason, I've got a Dawson's Creek vibe. James Van Der Beek.
He's
played Dawson. Well, it wasn't him then.
No, not him.
I was going to say him. That is a low shelf celebrity.
Mel. He's attracted to the lead actress of Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, God, I was so close.
You've got it, haven't you?
I was so
I think
close.
Haim's got it.
I think Hamish is going to get this. I'll just say Jason Priestley.
No,
Mel,
you stayed with that 90210.
just because it gives me great joy to hear the people of the People Show getting a 6-inch slight bevel ruler.
Yeah.
Name the other guy from Dawson's Creek.
Oh, the brunette guy.
Yeah, the cute brunette.
That's him.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got the ruler. You got the ruler, Mel.
Joshua Jackson. He was out the front
That's
of
it.
my hotel holding a pizza and a dog.
So he's a pizza delivery guy.
Or a dog
And a
delivery
dog
guy.
walker. So he's still raking it in. 2 jobs. 2 jobs, JJ.
Haim, I went to London and I went out to a restaurant that
Regretted teeth.
Yeah, the regretted teeth. We went to a restaurant that Beck had picked.
Yep. How'd you get your food through the teeth? Soup restaurant.
It was a soup restaurant. It was by straw only because I was there through gritted teeth. And I saw a bunch of well-known people. And it reminded me of a game I used to play when I came back from overseas, which was called Who Did I See? And I've put it into a game show format for you and Jack to guess today.
exciting.
Here we go.
Exciting.
Who did I see?
Question 1, Ando, before we begin. Were you at Planet Hollywood or the cafeteria of Madame Tussauds?
No, these are real people. They were not wax.
just if I have to get it out, I have to get it out there. Because if it was Elvis and the Beatles, and good fun, but you didn't see them.
I wasn't surprised to see this person because he seems to be everywhere.
Oh, yep.
Okay, next please.
International celeb.
Yep.
Were we allowed to have guesses during the clues or
Yeah.
one guess and we're out?
No, this has been the clues, but I'll give you the next one. When I dress up in a cat outfit and sing, people don't really love it.
James Corden.
He's got it.
Oh, well done.
got it.
Okay, what do I win?
James Corden was the first person I saw. He came in very loudly to the restaurant and hugged someone aggressively at another table.
Who was he with?
I thought, I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
I thought, this is... I thought, because it's part of the next game.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know questions were at the end. Because you
And I
pointed
thought-
at me.
I thought-
You're not going to get to
It's like a politician. Angry.
that. Sorry for breaking the rules of the
This
press
government.
room.
No, I thought, that's a bit much. We know you're here kind of thing. But I think it was a move to, he'd seen someone at a table that he didn't want to spend a lot of time with.
So he went big. He went big early.
He went big because he wrapped it up so quickly. It's like, that's clever, actually. He's gone.
Good. Learned from the best.
Yeah. Hey,
Who was
the
he
next
with?
person I saw. I find it hard to compose myself when Christopher Walken asks for more cowbell.
Will Ferrell.
No.
No, Jimmy Fallon.
He's got it.
Oh.
Learn the sketch, folks.
Jimmy Fallon came in.
Fallon taking a little London break.
Yes. Now,
He does. I think his wife is Irish. I think he's got family in the UK.
right.
Or was
would
it
be
like
my-
a late night TV get-together roundtable.
So what had happened was he'd accidentally
Corden and Fallon.
He'd accidentally walked past Corden. He was meant to be dining with him.
Oh.
But he was on his way to a third person, which I didn't notice was there.
Gee, a lot of people at Planet Hollywood.
He came past my table. I said, "Hey, Jimmy, you've been on this show before," because I just love Jimmy Fallon. And he said, "Oh, yeah." He wouldn't have remembered at all. But I said, you're on a show called Hamish and Andy where Will Ferrell's actually on the second hour. And he goes, "I loved that idea." He absolutely didn't remember, but he gave me a heap. But then
Have we done this to him before? I've got a vague memory that we'd said something like this before to Jimmy Fallon. And he'd gone, "Yeah, I loved it." And then we were also sure they were positive that he didn't remember it.
Well, he absolutely didn't.
Someone will
because
get back
he
to
was
us on that.
there, which I didn't recognize him, but with Lorne Michaels, who started
Gotcha.
SNL.
Everything.
And he tried to then explain to Lorne what the sketch was and explain something very different. So I knew.
And he's like, my SNL audition is fading away.
So I was happy to claim whatever Jimmy thought that we'd
That's
come up
the one,
with.
Jimmy. Knew you'd remember it. That's right. We wear funny hats, and you have to guess which hat would Will want.
So they were on their way, and they were being escorted by the restaurant owner to another gentleman.
This is some soup. People from far and wide. Half of American A-listers there having this soup.
Who did I see? When I enter radio studios, I find it difficult to get up on high chairs.
Okay, I know, but just before we do this, Jack, do you feel like Andy made it clear that he was going to be doing the clues in first person?
No, I wasn't expecting that.
I think I've switched, actually. But
it was.
I remember this.
I know.
I think I remember.
Was it Martin? I want to say Martin Short, but not because he was short.
No, you're just thinking that because Martin Short's short.
No, but I remember the awkwardness of the jump up.
There was two people that couldn't get onto the big chairs because we have high chairs. One was
high
Sam
desks.
Neill.
Sam Neill was ringing a bell for me.
Yeah.
No.
The
That's
other,
right. Yeah, he was confused by it too.
The other one,
Give it to me.
do you want me to give you the second clue?
I want to say David Spade.
We've never had David Spade on the show.
That's
because he
why I
couldn't
don't
get on
want
the
to say it
chair.
anymore. We had him on the show. We didn't have him on the mic.
Okay, second one. Second clue.
Yeah.
I won an election, but actually I didn't.
Al Gore.
Al Gore. Al Gore.
That's right. He couldn't get on the chair.
He couldn't get on the chair, and it was hard because he's very powerful and
Yes.
it's a huge.
But I felt great sadness for both men that couldn't get on the chair because they weren't the people you would think. It wasn't like Danny DeVito couldn't get on the chair.
No.
You know, one was Sam Neill, who he's like a robust.
Well, he's running
manly
away.
man.
He's running away from T-Rexes constantly.
Sure, or running towards them if they're fossilized because he was interested. He had a rule.
He was very specific about the way he ran, depending on how alive the dinosaur was.
That's right. Meat on the bones. I'll run for home.
Yeah.
No meat to be seen. Then interest I shall glean.
So Sam Neill and Al Gore were at a table together.
Sam Neill wasn't there.
He was under the table. He couldn't get on the chair.
No, Sam Neill wasn't there. I was referring to who.
The other person who couldn't get on the chair.
Back in the radio show days because of our high chairs.
Yes.
But so it was Al Gore and Jimmy Fallon and Lorne Michaels.
No, so yes, but Al Gore was at a table with another British gent who looked like he was important in some kind of parliamentary way, but I didn't recognise him. The restaurant owner asked Jimmy to go across and meet Al Gore. So she was going, "Hey, you guys are both famous." And so Jimmy went and did.
I'm sure they were.
Jimmy pretty much did what I did to Jimmy to Al. Al didn't seem all that interested. But it's like, okay. Then Corden came in. Then Corden realised, and he stood up, and the restaurant owner said, "Oh, do you want to meet Al Gore?" to James Corden, and he went, "No, I don't need to bother Mr. Gore." And so he sat back down, and then Jimmy came back.
When is anyone doing any eating at this restaurant? It just sounds like the restaurant owner, maybe the soup's not that good because the restaurant owner's just running around going, "Oh, hey, there's a guy at table 16 that has similar hair to you. Maybe you guys would like to talk about hairdressers."
But then Jimmy came back, sat down, and Corden and Jimmy, are they on the same network?
Yeah, well, possible. Don't know.
Yeah,
Jack, you're in the States.
I thought for I thought for a second
see.
that they were up against each other, but I think
Might have been one after the other.
one
Late
after
night
the other. Yeah,
Tonight Show.
So maybe that's why they were hanging. But anyway, that completes. Who did I see?
Wow. Good round.
Hey, I've just returned from a quick trip to the USA, mainly to talk to their government talking to our government about the mandated break. A lot of
Do you
people.
reckon there could be some sort of bubble set up or an embassy established?
A lot of people accused me of going away within a week of us starting the pod again, and it was certainly wasn't for a break.
It would have been all business. I didn't even bother asking. I just went, no, if he's not here, since we're in, finally we've been cleared for business, it will all be business.
It was business. Hey, thank you. But when I was there, which often happens, I saw a few celebs, which means it's time for another round of Who Did I See? Contestant Hamish, contestant Jack, good luck today.
Thank you.
What the heck is a celebrity doing at a caravan park in Mississippi?
No, I was.
Where did you stay?
I was in Los Angeles.
Oh. Where at? Motel?
Yeah, motel.
What's the name of the motel?
Oh, who can remember?
You can. Look at your credit card statement. We'll have it on there.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
Will it ruin the game if you posted a pic to Instagram of a celebrity you bumped into in Los Angeles? Will that ruin the game if I know that?
Does not ruin the game because it's not that person.
Extra celebrities.
There were
Wow.
super celebrities.
So whoever was posted wasn't
Yes.
big enough.
No. Well,
the
it's not
game?
included in the game.
Well, we can say who it is if we won't wreck the game.
It was Vance Joy.
It was Vance Joy.
Bump him to him over there.
Are we only doing American celebs? Aren't we?
We are only doing American celebs.
Okay.
Here's the first one. Who did I see? I saw a person that loves singing.
I know this one. Who is that? Who's that woman again that she's won all the awards?
It's a male who is known for being rude to wait staff in restaurants.
Oh, James Corden.
Corden.
He's got it. They both got it. But it was just
Does
Jacko.
love to sing.
You get the points for that one. I saw him filming carpool karaoke.
Really?
Who was his guest?
Couldn't see.
Vance Joy.
Oh,
But so that was disappointing. But
he might have been rehearsing.
guess what? Not driving. I mean, you probably would have guessed it. But
He does.
actually,
It's on a trailer.
it's on a trailer.
Ah, no. See, I'm still a sucker for that stuff. I thought they were really driving.
Yeah.
That is a shame because I think I thought that too, Jack. And now that I think about it, like
It makes so much
definitely
sense.
it's on a
Yeah.
low loader because
I thought it as well.
imagine the accident.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah, you got Beyonce in the front.
My God, Beyonce,
Yes.
James Corden
And a
just
lot of the
rear-ended
time-
me. I'm rich.
Like he's turning to the guest and like singing into their face
Yeah,
and clapping
true.
and
He-
stuff. That's not very driving friendly.
He does a bit of what I call Noel Blake driving. Anytime we drove through the country, Dad, who worked in farming for a long time, loved cows. Like Dad still loves cows.
Yeah.
Often,
I've witnessed this.
He will
Traveling to
make-
Foster with you
Yes.
when we were 20.
we'll drive a different way to see special cows if there's rumoured to be some in the area. As we would drive through the country anywhere, Dad was so keen on the cattle check that he would drive for what felt like to me as a 10-year-old for minutes with his head pointing out, looking out the window, and still negotiating the curves of the road somehow, just with his peripheral. And I feel like James Corden does that a few times on karaoke. Okay.
Yes.
He's not looking at cows, he's looking at stars.
Low loader truck, so he's being towed as he goes around with a supporting vehicles and police that give him even more like a brigade. What do they call it? Like a police brigade,
Like an escort.
An escort. Yeah. So
Okay, motorcade. So it's not that low key.
no,
It's not just James picking up Beyonce with a GoPro in the car, is
No,
it?
no.
It's
So-
a full highway's blocked off.
hence harder to get to them and see who he was singing with this time. But he is
Understood.
running out
Okay,
of
that's
singing
good.
partners. Back to the game.
Good game.
Who did I see? I saw a man who may have been seen in a phone booth.
Colin Farrell.
Oh,
I think I've got it. I think we go to the replay.
got it. Well done. Nominated for Best Actor this year's Oscars.
He was.
I,
It's a good film. Have you seen it? Banshees of Inisherin?
I haven't seen it yet, but
I mean, I really
I also
liked it.
don't know how to pronounce it. I felt
I
sorry
really liked it.
for those.
And in the
that had to-
movie, they say it completely differently too, so it's not how you say it.
I was waiting outside of a hotel. He pulled in an Aston Martin, quite an old one,
Oh,
And-
so he's on hard times. He's fallen on hard times.
and really scraped the bottom of his car.
Yeah.
So to give you an example of how long the scrape went for, because he tried to go slowly, it went for this long.
He's in a limo.
Yeah. So
Is it a stretch Aston Martin?
no, that's how slow he was going to try and avoid it.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it just prolonged the scrape. Also, thinning a little bit at top.
Well, he is very. That was the thing about watching him in the movie. I was like, he's been a heartthrob for a long time.
Still hot.
Colin Farrell.
Mm.
Still got it.
Yeah.
But he's going to be 50. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Easily.
no shame in thinning at 50. In fact, anything over 28, you're sweet burrito, I would have thought.
Yeah. Back to the game. Who did I see? I saw a girl who famously danced in a film clip that Hamish watched a lot when it came out.
You saw Radachowski?
Yes, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah, he did watch that video a lot.
I was interested in the cinematography.
If I remember correctly, you sent me a uncut version.
To be fair, I was in the market for some power tools at the time, and if you're not familiar with the film clip, it is some young women, and they were auditioning different.
It's a different film clip, the Power Tools one.
Benny Benassi. Wasn't that? Didn't they have jackhammers?
No.
Oh, blurred lines.
Blurred lines, yeah.
I
just give it away.
So you have two favourite video clips.
I have no time for anything else. Oh, how's she going?
Short.
Really?
Very short.
Okay.
Didn't expect her to be so short, but she would rival. You know how we were surprised when we met Kim Kardashian, how short she was?
Yes, she was. She was not that tall.
Slightly taller than Kim Kardashian.
This is why you go on business trips. To get this intel.
How would we
to
know
get this
that?
valuable intelligence for us. This is really good. Oh, that's it. Okay, we'll finish a bit early. Well, let me just look at that film clip again. Boys, recently returned from a small jaunt overseas. We all kind of managed to just weasel a few mini trips in.
Mainly talking to other governments about putting pressure on our government to stop the government mandated break at the end of the year.
We would like to do this with protests, as we often call them. We would like to do this kind of thing, as rarely as possible.
Yes.
And ideally we'd hate to do this. This is the kind of thing we'd hate to have to do at the end of the year. But unfortunately, sometimes when it's mandated, we're left no choice.
Yep.
So a little mini protest. I happened to be in Denmark.
Yes, you had to do Denmark.
With my family.
I remember that.
I picked Denmark out of the hat as the government that I would talk to about removing all podcast mandates. While we were there, I mean, the other reason I was in Denmark was to shamelessly try and milk my connection with Lego to impress my children. Yeah, great. Really pumped them hard. And to their credit, they responded well.
No.
I asked for all the stops to be pulled out, and again, to their credit,
most stops were
not
removed.
a stop remained. The headquarters of Lego is actually in a very kind of a regional Danish town called Billund, which is 3 hours drive into the country from Copenhagen.
That's pretty much all of Denmark. It's not a big country.
It's not a massive country. Yeah. There's not. You think Denmark's a big country, but it's not. No. It punches way above its weight. Yeah. Like Copenhagen there's like 200 or 300,000 people in the city.
250,000 of them are students because they've got some great initiatives.
It does very, very well. I tell you what, though, loved it. Big fan of Denmark, or Danmark, as they call it, which is a fun fact. But which is pretty cool. I don't know why there's a change from. I don't know why we added the E in the English pronunciation, making it less of a Daniel and Mark, that's their combination. Yes. Whereas ours would be Dennis and Mark. Yeah. I don't know why we changed it. More familiar perhaps to our tongue. Yep. In Denmark, though, this was the last place I expected to be able to return to you guys with a version of the game you like to play, Andy, when you go to Los Angeles.
Yes.
Usually when you're in Los Angeles, that's the home of celebrities.
Oh, have you seen some peeps?
You see famous people in Los Angeles, and then we get to guess who did Andy see, either in LA or New York. Now, I'll admit, Copenhagen's more of a Nordic Hollywood than a regular Hollywood. You're not expecting to see A-listers. So I was flabbergasted.
Should we skew our guests
No,
guesses
no,
to
no,
Nordic?
no. You don't think like, you don't have to have watched
Go for
SBS.
Skarsgård or something.
Yeah, I could only think of Sarsgaard.
You could well be Swedish.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Nordic.
you don't.
We said Nordic.
Sorry, yeah, Nordic. You don't have to go. Okay, yeah, it's not from like the bridge.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. This is exciting.
Great series, but not the actress that played Saga is not a household name to most of us. No, I'm thinking like this is about someone everybody knows. Okay. So it gives me great pleasure to unexpectedly return from Copenhagen with a version of this. Who did I see on holidays? Danselgov. Danish edition.
Great.
Okay. Number one. What's the clue here I can give? Is that how you normally give a clue, don't you?
Yeah, I normally prepare them.
I'm just looking at the list and now I've just got into the game. I'm trying to recall the mechanics of the game. So you give a clue, don't you, that would lead
I'd say
us
something
to.
like,
And is it between...
famous for hanging out with Jonah Hill? I might say
gotcha.
something like
Okay.
that for Michael said.
Okay. Although the person in question doesn't work at a large corporation, the nickname The Boss is certainly...
I know who you've seen.
Is certainly
I think
appropriate.
they were just in Sweden before. Is it the boss Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah. Oh, the rest of the clue is, and I'm married to him.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't know he had a famous partner.
You saw
Well,
Bruce Springsteen's
no, but
wife?
Bruce Springsteen's wife. That's who I saw. Patty Scialfa.
No,
That's not a household name.
No, I would
Let me
never
just
bring someone's
paint the
wife.
picture.
Turn the plate
Let me
off.
paint the picture. Let me paint the picture for you. We turn up to our hotel in Denmark, right? We turn up. There are 3,000 people, no joke, which we know is about half the population of Denmark, outside the hotel. This massive crowd all waiting quietly, not like a mob, but just filling the town square. We don't know, well, what's going on here? We go inside and the driver goes, I think there's someone famous staying here. I was like, oh, God, Lego Masters host. The word has spread. We go inside, we're checking in, and I go, who's here? Like, who's staying at the hotel? And the lady goes, actually, I'm not allowed to say. And then I look out the window and everyone's in Bruce Springsteen t-shirts. Okay, is it Bruce Springsteen? And she goes, I'm not allowed to say. Well, the boss is staying here. So he'd played in Denmark the night before. Huge concert. Anyway, as we're getting into the lift, like we check in sort of thing, it's in the afternoon. We're getting in the lift a bit later on that day. A very friendly American lady and small lifts. It's an old building. It's very small lifts. So it was sort of line ball. Could she fit in with the four of us in our family? And I wasn't sure if she'd want to come in, but she's very friendly. She's like, oh, look at you guys talking about the kids. You guys look terrific, very cute, having a bit of a chat. We get in lift. And I was like, there's just something about this lady. She's very friendly.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, okay.
Just
yes, we got that.
very outgoing.
We know.
When do we see
You're
him?
making it like this is a big teaser of who it's going to be, but you already told us who it's going to be.
She gets out and I go to Zoe, I bet you that was Bruce Springsteen's wife. She just had that air.
Okay. Then you Googled it. It was.
No, well, we Googled her and Zoe doesn't think it was. Zoe's not sure it
I
was.
think it was. Okay.
Zoe doesn't think it was. But I think the sort of the photos available of her online, she's obviously made up because she plays in the band with Bruce too. She's one of the band members. I think if you look at it a certain way, I reckon 95% it was her. Okay, in fact. Let's go to number two.
Andy's
Let's
was
go to
like
number two.
James Corden, and yours is like
Mate,
maybe.
sorry,
might
I'm in
be.
Copenhagen. I don't have access to all the A-listers, okay?
This is what happens.
Pretty good to see probably Bruce Springsteen's wife in the lift and have a really great conversation
What we're seeing
with her.
is an accurate representation of when a different country buys a format. So The Voice America has
Good
huge
enough.
names.
Good enough.
The Voice
You didn't
Denmark.
actually. Can I just
Suddenly,
say, in Andy's version, he's just a creep on the other side of some exclusive bar going,
No, I was in
there
the
it
same
is.
lift.
Oh, Mr. DiCaprio, good to see you. I had a really lovely conversation. The whole family did.
No, I felt that the more
woman,
detail you had in your story made it seem like you knew that it wasn't an impressive person.
a
that you saw.
woman who I'm almost positive felt like, to me, energy-wise, Bruce Springsteen's wife, and I give a 90% facial match.
You're on a warning.
Paddy's
I'll give you another one, but you're on a warning.
Who did I see on holidays? Danselgov. Danish edition. Well, this one was at the hotel buffet. My initials are PS.
P.S. Paul Simon?
No.
Peter Sarsgaard.
Good guess, Jack. And I wish. And I'm tempted to change it late in the game.
Paul's sister.
Oh, it's not like Bruce Springsteen's son's name Peter or something, is it?
No,
Peter
it's Paddy Scialfa again. I saw her
What
again.
are the chances?
Making it twice. Two face-to-face encounters with Bruce Springsteen.
Did you confirm it was her?
No. Again, same energy. And it was, because now it was a bit more of a hello again. How are you? She was leaving as we were arriving.
Did you say what your name was? And
No, it would have been too much to ask. It was just
that's
that
not
friendly
too much to
sort
ask.
of
You're chatting
sort of
away. You're
buffet.
saying you had a wonderful time. If you're going to say, I'm
If it's
Hamish,
friendly
you can
buffet banter. You don't go, sorry, what's your name? You're enjoying the buffet. You're sort of noticing the dark bread, the black bread that's quite famous in Denmark. So anyway, that's all I've got. Two confirmed sightings of an almost confirmed wife of Bruce Springsteen. Not bad for Denmark.
Hey, I got back from a quick trip to the States a couple of weeks ago.
You did.
And you know the game I like to play.
We all like to play it, Andy. Whenever any of us go overseas, we like to share famous celeb sightings, be it in Los Angeles and James Corden for you, I think, one time, or be it in Copenhagen and Bruce Springsteen's almost definitely Bruce Springsteen's wife. It doesn't matter where we are
popular.
or what the capital city. If there's celebs, we'll see them. We'll turn it into a game.
So yes, my game has been easier to pick, you would say, because I normally go top
I think people
tier,
like the Danish version, the switch
Danish Bruce Springsteen's wife version. Anyway,
Don't forget, I saw her twice.
I've got one sighting from New York.
You seem to be moving on, sir.
One sighting in New York and one sighting in LA. Let's play Who Did I See? First clue. I'm not related to Bruce Springsteen.
Damn it.
Could be anyone.
No one famous. Already we've lost a big scalp.
I was hugely famous in the 2000s with my sister.
Mary-Kate Olsen.
Is it an Olsen? No, that was earlier than the thousands. And she's still very famous now.
No, not an Olsen. Here's a new clue. It's probably
Is it an American personality?
Probably gives Hamish a slight advantage. Hamish and Andy travelled down to Anglesey to do a workshop during a summer to work up a show for Channel 7 that could potentially be a special on this person.
That's impossible for me to get.
We didn't go to Anglesey for that, did we? Or didn't we just discuss it during a trip to Anglesey?
No, I think we took.
It's Nikki Hilton, and you don't just a quick tip for any young entertainers in their 20s who are thinking of doing a special for Nikki Hilton. Number one, you don't need to travel. Traveling won't help you get a better idea for the Nikki Hilton special.
I'm struggling to understand what the TV show would be about.
Paris
Hilton, Jack. That's why
Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton were huge at the
they
time.
were big.
Obviously. There was a director called John who said to us, hey, I've got access. This is how things happen. We were 22 years old or something.
We'd been axed from Channel 7, so immediately you're on the back foot, right? So we'd had our first TV show, like it lasted 5 episodes or something. So you're on the back foot.
6. Come on,
Desperate.
mate.
Sorry, 6. Got axed after 5, but we were allowed to air the 6.
Yes, I pretend it was a short run niche series.
So we were allowed to record a, that's it, guys. Try and pretend that was it.
We always planned for 6 episodes, obviously.
We took the British approach.
Very a boutique hit. And so then it was like, listen, you guys are short on options. Because if we said what about a funny show with Hamish and Andy? They go, well, we just tried one of those. So like, well, you guys need a new angle. And so, there was a guy that it wasn't even solid, was it? By the time we thought it was.
He said, I've got a connection to Nicky Hilton.
He was also the director from our show. And he was like, well, I'd like a job too. So he's like,
So he's got a friend of a friend knows Nicky.
It was like, I have access to Nicky Hilton. We could do a half-hour special. That would be big. And we were like, okay,
we'll
come back to you with some ideas.
Down to it. We better take an easel and some butcher's paper down to Anglesey.
If you can't think of ideas in the room, traveling to a seaside location is most likely not going to help. And I wonder how far through the first sheet of butcher's paper before someone in the room had the guts to put their hand up and go, what if we don't want to do this?
No,
could we put that in one column on the butcher's paper? Can we do a little Venn diagram of things we don't want to do and see if all of our feelings overlap with that? Yeah. Anyway, good one, Anna. So how's Nicky going these days? Where'd you see her? How'd you see her?
She's walking. She's still walking. I saw her walking.
That was going to be the intro of the special. How does she do it? Hamish and Andy present Nicky Hilton in Bipedal.
So walking through Soho in fairly good walking pace, quicker than others crossing the road.
Maybe there was a special. You're right. Just hearing you say this is good.
Okay, we move now to Los Angeles. First clue. I'm again not related to Bruce Springsteen.
Damn it, I'm out.
I have a ripped body, though, that has recently been seen on a beach in a movie. Very, very big movie. Probably the biggest movie of last year.
Is June a beach? There's a lot of sand in June.
Barbie.
Okay.
Barbie. Is it Beach Barbie? That was the biggest movie last year.
Maybe it's the year before. Okay.
Okay, so it's not Barbie?
There was not Barbie.
This is the gods. This is huge.
There was a lot of rumours about me or this person dating Sydney Sweeney when he shot out in...
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
GP.
I don't think I know who Glenn Powell is.
The Powell. Chairman Powell.
He was the hangman in Maverick alongside Tom Cruise.
Yes. Amongst many other things, Mike could slide me, if he's quick enough, on his IMDb.
You were about to do a half-hour special on Glenn Powell.
We were going to do a Channel 31 show on Glenn Powell.
So I'm standing waiting for a car.
Still standing.
Don't think it would have been
Hilton v. Powell, walking v. standing. Who will come off best? Gosh, all we need now is for you to have seen one sitting and you'll have nailed 3 celebrities doing some of the 3 most common body actions.
Lot shorter than you think. Shorter than you think. They would not have had to put the seat forward in his fighter plane.
Let's not forget, when I ran into Bruce Springsteen's wife twice, I actually had a conversation with her. We hung out in the lift. Then we had a bit of fun at the buffet. None of this walk and sit and standing stuff.
Yeah, that's because she's not a celebrity.
This ain't moving the needle,
She's
kid.
probably a middle-aged woman.
We did have to kick her out of our Uber.
Keen to chat to anyone.
Only room for 5 at the Lego Museum. Sorry, bye.
Time for one more.
Okay.
As soon as I saw her, this song started playing in my head.
Oh, I know that. Oh, it's White Lotus. Someone from White Lotus.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jack's got it.
Yeah. I haven't even seen White Lotus.
You haven't seen anything, mate.
I don't watch a lot because I've got a baby. There's so hard.
I've never taken care of that kid. You're just playing chess.
Name something you've seen. I bet you can't.
I saw Oppenheimer.
Oh,
I've seen Oppenheimer.
Well done.
When?
Jennifer Coolidge.
At the cinema.
Okay. Name something you've seen, like a popular film you've watched at home.
No, I'd never watch a movie at home. Never.
Oh,
just don't have the time to.
What do you watch then?
Sometimes like a half-hour Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Have you done Succession?
Yes, loved Succession.
Thank you. Okay, some touch point for the audience to go, this man knows about television.
Jennifer Coolidge. Standing. Sorry.
No. Did it get a sitting?
I did not get a sitting. Stand at the lights on Sunset Strip, covered head to toe, gloves, scarf,
wide brimmed hat, obviously very
Probably not her.
conscious.
Yeah, could be
Probably
anyone.
not her. Andy's last day in New York. Shit, haven't got a Who Did I See for the boys. Probably pass that off as Jennifer Coolidge.
It was definitely Jennifer. It wasn't like when you saw the 6 Guy Sebastians that look alikes in one day.
Three on one block. How?